The families of 4 passengers killed in the 12 June Air India 171 crash in Ahmedabad in a lawsuit alleged that Honeywell and Boeing knew many Dreamliners, including the one involved, were delivered with fuel switch locks disengaged or missing, a defect that could cut off fuel and cause total loss of trust. I am Bismi Taskin and I bring to you the details of this lawsuit against these companies. The lawsuit, filed Tuesday in the United States, accuses both Boeing and Honeywell of gross negligence leading up to the crash that left at least 275 people dead, including the 240 in the Air India London-bound flight. They allege that the accident took place due to faulty fuel switches, referring to a 2018 Federal Aviation Administration Special Airworthiness Information Bulletin. After the 2018 bulletin gained the spotlight following the tragic accident, the FAA said that it does not appear to be a mechanical issue with the Boeing 787's fuel switch control. Boeing too said that the fuel lock systems are safe. As per the advisory in discussion here from December that year, the operators of Boeing 737 had reported to the Boeing company that the fuel control switches installed in their aircrafts have the locking mechanism disengaged. Now, this feature leaves room for inadvertent operation. The same design of fuel switches with the locking mechanism was also present in other Boeing models, including the 787s. The advisory had asked operators to check the fuel switches locking mechanism, which wasn't binding in nature. The Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau's preliminary report mentioned that Air India had informed investigators that the inspection did not take place for AI-171, since it was not mandatory. After the crash, DGCA had asked airline operators to inspect the fuel switch locking mechanisms in all Boeing 737s and 787s. Post the directive, Air India announced that no issues were found during the fuel control switch or the FCES locking mechanism checks. Experts that ThePrint had spoken to have said that there is little to no room for fuel switches to be cut off inadvertently. Honeywell's fuel cutoff switches in the Dreamliner at issue lacked the locking quality, whether it altogether lacked the locking mechanism or Honeywell manufactured and sold the switches with the locking mechanisms disengaged. Honeywell did not provide warnings or instructions sufficient for Air India or Air India pilots and technicians to address the risk posed by these dangerous switches, the families have stated in their product liability claims, adding that Honeywell gave inadequate warnings and instructions to pilots and customers. Now, the lawsuit also alleges that Honeywell designed the switches knowing that they would be located in an area where pilots frequently place or exchange objects and move their hands, making accidental toggling likely, further accusing the company of manufacturing the switches in a manner that made them fall short of specifications and unreasonably dangerous. The lawsuit also accused Boeing that in spite of being aware of the risk posed by defective fuel cutoff switches, the company did not do anything. Before and after Boeing designed, manufactured and sold the Dreamliner to Air India, Boeing actually knew of the risk posed by the defective fuel cutoff switches and Boeing's placement of those switches adjacent to and under the thrust levers. Boeing had actual knowledge that an inadvertent fuel cutoff would occur, the engines would shut down and its aircraft would crash and likely result in numerous fatalities. It further states. That's all we have for you today. Thank you for watching.